Okay.
Hey guys, it's Rec Magazine Weekly. I'm here with Dmitriy Illyuk from Ukraine. He's EEDC champion last year.
Yes.
Big name in Europe, Eastern Europe. He's got a Kenda Monster Energy drink sponsored S13.
Yes.
Tell us about drifting in Europe.
Drifting in Europe is getting bigger and bigger actually. So in 2013, I really can say I can't cover all the events because the number of the events is crazy and I just can't choose which to go. Sometimes I'm staying in front of a big dilemma where to go. It's really,
Right.
it's killing.
Now, for those people who aren't familiar with your S13, you help do a lot of the R&D with like WiseFab and stuff. Correct?
Yes.
What I guess like how do you help them out with that? Like how are you guys basically building those kits with WiseFab? Like what's your role?
The main building of the WiseFab is done by the engineer in Estonia. So
Okay.
after the prototype of the kits is done, they made one or two pieces and it was this year with the formal drift kit and the SCS's rear kit.
Right.
They simply fly together with the prototype kit to me in Odessa because in Estonia it was still covered with the snow. In Odessa we were on
Right, 'cause you live on the water.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. And in Odessa we were pretty okay, so we just fit it on the car and it was about 3 days I think of the testing, trying different setups, seeing how things works. Then he made some adjustments to it and it's a bit different, the prototype and the final product which customer now can buy because the prototype had few issues to work with.
Gotcha.
And now it's a perfect product to drive with.
You think it's a pretty good, like their product's pretty good competitive advantage? I mean, they do some pretty crazy stuff looking at their stuff.
They changed the drifting scene in the world,
Okay.
for sure, I can tell you, because last year I teamed up with WiseFab when the first Ace chassis kit, the front one,
Right.
appeared. I won 3 championships.
Wow. What 3 championships?
2
did
in
you
Ukraine and 1 is European Drifting Series, EDC.
EDC, what
Yes,
were the other
EDC.
two?
It was 2 Ukrainian one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we made 22 events with 16 podiums. And
Wow.
it really explains something. This year, just look at the Michael S. I think it's speechless.
He threw WiseFab
Yeah,
on, he won
yeah.
championships.
Yes, exactly. This is the real. Somebody is saying it's fake. It's not real. Yeah, it's true. People are saying these things. But sorry, when you have a 70+ degree lock,
Right.
custom done, just chop and weld, it's not cheating. It's okay. And when you have a brainly constructed product, why not? Plus,
Right.
you have all the parts. You know, it's very cool that you have all the parts near you all the time. So actually, in all the countries, there is a WiseFab dealer. You can buy each part you need, and you can just interchange. Like we were at last year. I remember Juha Rintanen broke his car in Hungary. Just come into my bus, taking the spare A-arm. In 15 minutes, the car is back on the track. So
Right.
it's quite cool because when there are a lot of similar parts, it's easier to bring the car back to life. So it's quite cool.
Excellent. What's your plans for 2014?
It's still undecided. We wait for the calendar, but the targets will be like again. It will be Europe. It will be Drift All Stars for sure. It will be Ukrainian drifting series for sure. I don't know yet. I'm just waiting for all the calendars, you know, because
Yeah.
it's really hard to make the plans now because we still don't have the official calendars of the series. But for sure, I will try to go as much as possible to Europe.
Now, I'm going to admit, I know absolutely nothing about drifting in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know much about Ukraine at all, much less than drifting. But how is the Ukrainian drift series? Do you guys get a good crowd? Is there a large number of cars?
Yeah, we have a crowd. We have about in the Pro Series now. We're running about 28 cars.
Okay.
The gap, honestly, the gap between the top drivers and somebody after the 12th
Yeah.
number is quite big.
Is
because you have cars actually built even higher than FD specs, I think.
Okay.
Because they're quite expensive with the unlimited horsepower and most of all, quite expensive budgets on the
Okay.
car. For the tracks, we have one of my favorite tracks is in Kiev. It's a Shaika Ring. Niall from Drift All Stars was there and he said, yeah, this is definitely the place to be because it's really a killer. The entry is about 184 into the blind right corner.
Wow.
Yes, and it's kind of, how to say
It's like banked.
Yeah, it's banked actually, and then you have transition, and it's all done without any kind of sand traps. There's nothing. It's an old school racetrack, kind of like Nürburgring, when you just have the metal barrier or the concrete. With that speed, it's really crazy. And the fans are just staying near the wall, so on the initiation. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, sorry, what was it?
The fan is, the crowd is really amazing. It really goes crazy. The final was during the rain, and we still collect about 4,000 people. So it was pretty, for the size of the Ukrainian drift scene or European drifting scene, it's pretty a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Now, swing back to your S13 a little bit. What's your power plant? What's your horsepower?
Thanks to the Dynatech, it's the guys who are making all the things with my car. When we speak about the power, we've pushed 509 horsepower on the wheels.
Okay.
With the Garrett GT3576 turbo.
Nice.
So it's about 600 on the engine.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty a lot. It's pretty a lot.
Out of a SR20?
SR20, and still it's a 4-cylinder.
Now, with 600 horsepower, looking at the bigger series like Drift All Stars, is that still a good horsepower number? Do you need more in the future?
My best wish is not the power. I need smooth, controllable transition of torque to the ground.
Okay.
With SR20, with such big power, you can't get it because
it's snappy.
On-off,
and
you're done. I have ALS system, I have all this electronics, but then it's too fast, so you cannot control it with a throttle pedal. Especially you see it on the wet. On dry surface with a lot of grip, you can handle with it.
Yeah.
But on the wet, you're done.
Do you know maybe what motor you're looking at for?
Actually, we are working on the V8 with twin turbo setup now.
Do you know what V8 yet? Or?
It will be VK56 from Nissan.
Yeah. Are those easy to come about in Eastern Europe?
Yeah, it's easy. eBay.com, buying from USA, 3 weeks, and it's
so you just
of course.
Yeah, I just. hey, I guess that's easy. No, I just. The little bit of time, like I spent 5 weeks in Europe last year. I definitely didn't see any Nissan trucks around. So
no, there are no, for sure no.
So
it's just imported from USA. Yeah,
not too bad. So I'm guessing you'll just kind of shift the motor with some extra parts and things.
Yeah,
and just be ready to. What's your horsepower goal with the VK56?
Actually, it will be decided with the Garrett engineers because we are collaborated from 2013 with the Garrett.
You're just kind of going to give them some specs.
Yeah. We're working on the specs, but I think it will be about 1,000 horsepower on the wheel, something like this. But we definitely need it because Europe is not so restricted. You know, we have quite crazy car builds, and we have very fast tracks. So the more power you have, the better it is. The Polish Championship champion of this year is running LS3 with a turbo setup. So we don't speak about the horsepower because nobody knows it because it's more than enough.
More than enough.
Yes, and he said it's really like a game. So it makes you can do whatever you want with the car actually if you have this power.
Yeah, you can kind of steer with your throttle.
Yeah, exactly.
You're saying you did 22 events in Europe last year.
Yep.
Obviously, Europe's growing; it's exploding. Do you have any desire to drift overseas? Maybe like come compete in D1 or do a Formula D?
I would like to make both of them just to see what's going on from the inside, you know, but maybe it will be Formula D first because I think it's still easier to get here than to D1 because there is no language barrier here.
Right.
And I'm not very good at Japanese.
Hey, your English is fantastic by far. Do you watch the Formula D events now when you have time?
Yeah, I do. The funniest moment that actually all Formula D events this year, the dates were crossing with my races. I don't know how it happened. Maybe I race a lot, but it was like this. After the training day, on your real race, you just open the live stream, and instead of sleeping, you're watching the other guys drifting for drift.
Nice. What do you have a favorite driver out in Formula D?
Actually, I can't tell you, I have a favorite driver, but definitely there is about top 10 drivers who are the real good, and I would like to race with them. Yeah, race with them. Yes.
Now, What you're sponsored by Monster,
Yeah, exactly.
and I know that's they've got not a huge involvement in Europe, kind of like the USA.
Yeah.
Are you one of the only guys that's sponsored over there? Like, are you kind of covering like an Eastern Europe blanket with your sponsorship and stuff with those guys?
Presently, me and Steve Baxi Biagioni will be the two guys for
Okay.
the covering full Europe. It's EMA. It's starting from 2014, so we are moved. It's a level up actually for us. Just
Excellent.
two people, two drivers have to cover full Europe,
Wow.
West and the East.
So that's why they've got you driving.
Not only Europe actually. It's the EMA means Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
Oh wow.
So
that's why they have you driving 22 events.
Yeah. So we'll see how it's going on.
Now, in Eastern Europe, I guess your whole area, Africa, Middle East, what flavors of Monster do you guys have? Are you guys still with like regular, or do you get like the blue and the cool like coffees and
we
stuff?
don't. No, we don't have it. We have just green one. We have the Reaper. We have the Rehab.
Oh, you have Rehab.
Yeah, we have
Rehab's good.
Rehab is pretty cool. Yes.
Yeah.
So actually, we have the main flavors. We have all of them, but
Okay.
not these coffee things.
Yeah, excellent. And then what tire do you run on?
I'm running Kenda tires.
Are you on the Kaiser Care 20 that we use in
Yeah,
Formula E?
exactly the same. It's 265, 35, 18 on the rear. I'm running this for 2 years. Yeah, almost 2 years. Yeah, we have a partnership with Kenda. I'm pretty satisfied. So it's easier for me when I have full support in the tires. So it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
excellent. What do you do for fun in the Ukraine when you're not drifting?
Sleeping. Just sleeping because this year
I
is
feel
going
like you're
crazy.
fibbing me a little bit.
What?
There's no other fun?
No, there is a fun actually. We have, I can go to office to work actually. It's also fun. But we live at the seashore, so we have all this fun. We have in Odessa.
Okay.
Starting, we can go to the beach, jet ski, scuba diving, whatever you want.
Now the Black Sea's kind of like a European like vacation destination a little bit, right? Like people kind of travel across Europe to vacation in the Black Sea. Maybe.
We are still a bit not in Europe because
Okay.
we still have this border barrier.
Ah.
Because Ukraine is not in the European Union.
Okay.
Ukraine is not. It's
I like it more already.
it's like it's one country which stays between Russia and Europe, and it's like
You're like
kind of yeah. And we do. I think we do like it in Ukraine. I don't know, but I think we'll go to the Europe because they're planning to sign up the situation, some convention to get into the
Yeah,
European
yeah.
Union in the
Politics.
next 5 or 10 years. Politics. I don't care about. For me, it will be better because there will
Right.
be no barriers. It will be easier for me to and
Travel
faster
and
for me to travel for drift. Yes. Because sometimes you can get stuck on the border for nothing for 5-6 hours. It's
Just for nothing.
for nothing. Exactly. Yeah. Just for the stamp and the passport. So.
What else have you done other than drifting, like motorsports, like racing wise?
I was doing rally. Yeah, rally. It was last year or 2011. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was pretty good experience for me. Me and my friend, we just actually took the car for rent for a few races,
Nice.
and it was cool. The car was not yours. It was not very expensive car actually. It was some old Citroen, but
Okay.
it was a real
It's fun.
race car. And went to a high interesting race. It was one of the Ukrainian rally stages.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. For example, when you're saying him, okay, now we have medium left to medium right, and the guy is going straight. There's definitely moments to remember after it.
Oh man. And then you said you also did like go-karts when you were younger,
Yeah,
right?
I did a go-kart, but it was a long time ago. It was maybe 10 or 15 years ago, but I still like it. And now I want my son to jump into the kart racing, but I want, if he likes it, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But
How old's your son?
he's 5 years old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I just want, if it will be okay, just for him, if he likes it, I would like to move him not to the drifting scene, to the real motorsport scene. Because-
Excellent. And I guess real quick, last question. Like, how did you originally find out about drifting? Like, what got you your S13?
It was, I just bought the car.
Okay.
It was 2001. I took the car, and first of all, you need to make something with the car,
Right.
You
do
have the car,
something.
you have the car, and you have $200 left, so you need definitely to do something with the car. So I bought some blow of 12 in 2001, used one, because it was quite a good market between Ukraine and Japan, so we had a good access to the parts from Japan. And then it started like one by one, and in 2 years I had SR20, I had everything. But at that moment, if you remember 2000, 2001, there was no drifting.
Yeah.
There was nothing actually. There were just Volkswagens and everything everywhere, and nobody was. Yeah, but it was like this. And I started searching the internet. It was not even a Google there. Yeah, it was Alta Vista or Yahoo service. It was Yahoo services, and this internet was about 3K or 4K internet. It was not even megabit, and it just I don't know how it happened, but I just found some Australian and New Zealand sites, because at that moment they were, I think, the best guys who were modifying these chassis. And I noticed that they're doing some sideways. It was pretty cool, because even in 2001 they had the racetracks and they were going sideways with these cars. So basically the first steps in modifying the car and were done thanks to that source of information. So it's going from the far away from Australia.
So you just basically found some stuff on the internet and started
trying how
it?
it's going, and then I was participating with this car in slalom events. Now it's thanks to Ken Block, popular to say Gymkhana.
Gymkhana, right?
Yeah, but it was called the slalom events. It's the same actually. Cars were starting in parallel.
Yeah, side to side.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And once you go fast, the faster you go, you feel the force is moving your car sideways. So the drifting started like this, actually. It was pretty fun to do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Dmitry, I appreciate you spending a few minutes with us.
Thank you.
Good luck. Have a safe flight back to the Ukraine. And
thank you very much.
My goal is to try and make it out to Latvia this year. So
see you there.
Excellent, man. Have a good one. Thanks.